It's like 6:30, maybe a little before 6 local time. Got a couple hours of sleep. I think we went to bed around 3:30, which was like 6:30 for our natural time. So it's like 6:30, which back home that's like 9:30, just plenty late to sleep. I decided to get up and go for a run. I'm not a runner. I do not run. I've thought about becoming a runner for a while. I even used to do a little running back in Atwater. I'm back in California, so it's fitting that I'm thinking of running. But no, I watch a lot of Casey Neistat, as you can tell from some of the edits, and he runs all the time. And I've wanted to run, and I've, been progressively thinking more and more of it. My plan is when I get back to California as a biker, like a cyclist, when I get back to California, I'm planning on signing up for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is something I've wanted to do for about three and a half years. I just want to get a little healthier, lose some weight, get in shape. But no, I was just watching Casey Neistat vlogs on the way here, and one of them, he talked about running a little bit. Someone asked him a question, he gave some tips. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it a morning and go run. I set my alarm early, I'll go do it. Might as well start it while in California. Might as well, right? Start a new habit while my pace is already, new environment, new setting. Start a new habit, a new routine to get up in the morning. Also, he said something that made it a little less daunting. He said in the beginning, just focus on time running. So he said, run for 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15, then 20, and then you'll be able to get up to a mile, 2 miles, all that kind of stuff. Don't worry about your pace, don't worry about all that. So my thought was like, I'm not even 100% sure I can run for 5 minutes. Like do a real slow grandma jog for even 5 minutes. But I know I can do a minute and a half. And if I for some reason can't because I'm not out of shape, I know I can do a minute. I know I can do a minute. Pretty sure I can do a minute and a half. Probably could do 5 minutes. So my idea was like, bro, go run for 60 to 90 seconds every day for a week or 2 weeks, and then do 5 minutes for a week or 2 weeks, and then do 10 minutes for a week or 2 weeks. A month or two from now, you'll be running a mile every day. And then a couple months from now, 2 miles every day. A year from now, I'll be running like 5 miles, 10 miles a day. I don't know. I'm not actually going to run today. I am going for a walk. I did a lot of walking in Atwater. I didn't do as much running. And the reason is my shoes are broken. Well, first off, I didn't bring running stuff because I wasn't planning on running. I wanted to bring my skateboard, but I didn't think I'd actually have time to do that. I didn't bring my skateboard, didn't bring my running shoes, didn't bring my running pants, clothes, anything, but I just decided, I just threw on a t-shirt. I just I'd sacrificed one of my days of t-shirts. I figured the shirt I wore here is a comfortable one. Figure I'll just travel home again with that one, or that one twice. I have no problem wearing a shirt more than once. I brought so many shirts mainly for my wife. So I just grabbed a t-shirt. I said, I'll sacrifice this guy. I'll run in this guy every day. Khaki shorts, not the best. They're already falling down in the back. I have to tighten my belt. And then just my regular DCs. They're kind of starting to fall apart. The left one, the front's fall apart, but I've super glued it. I'm walking out to go do my running, and there's like a weird feeling. So I went to check the back, and the whole side is undone. And these are my only, I didn't bring dress shoes because I didn't have room. I wanted to. I didn't have room. So these are like my only actual shoes. So if these break, I have nothing but flip-flops to do a week-long mission trip in. I can't actually run. So I was already dressed, still wanted to do it, so I'm out for a walk. Luckily, what I found, I'll have to come back later when this is open and maybe find a pair of shoes. Maybe I'll find something on sale. Super fast shower. No matter how long or how short of a shower I take and how warm or cool or whatever it is, always end with turning the water completely to cold and end on cold for a few reasons. One, it wakes you up, it gets you going, versus warm, relaxes you and helps you go to sleep. Two, especially during the winter, taking a cold shower is very difficult. If you can just do it and get that done, it's gonna help the rest of your day. Now, it's been very warm in Virginia, so the water hasn't been that cold. Even when it turns to full cold, it's more of like a nice cool. In fact, a few days it's not even been that refreshing. It's not been that warm because it's been a little on the warm side, room temperature side, with a little bit of coolness. Bath shower, had no problem getting cold this morning. I didn't grab my dollars so I can get a soda. I love apple juice and orange juice, but just in case I want to grab a soda. Found out something really cool. I don't have to take my key out of my wallet. I can just put the wallet up to the thing and it works. Score. Breakfast is supposed to start at 7, but the doors are locked and the lights are off. Found the food. I ate the food. Let's go get some shoes. Oh, they're not open till 10, so I gotta come back. So I'm not getting new shoes today, at least not in time for the regular day. And the other issue is, I don't think they're gonna have size 15s. Maybe, and if they do, they're probably gonna be like $100. So we'll have to see about that. Not getting shoes this morning, maybe tonight. I'm not sure what time or when I'll come back. I might have some free time later. I'm not going to Universal Studios with the group. Maybe I'll come back and get some shoes. Right now I'm gonna go get dressed. Hopefully the guys are awake. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go get dressed. I'm gonna grab my notebook. I'm gonna go find a place to chill. If they're still asleep, I'll go back downstairs. If they're awake, go upstairs. Start planning out the youth ministry. I have this big number that I think I've talked about or alluded to in the vlog. And the story behind the number is when I was first considering getting back into youth ministry, I was listening to Grant Cardone about the whole 10X thing. And I wrote down a number for how big I wanted to get the youth group to and how big of a youth group I wanted to lead. And I kind of honestly felt God rebuke me. And it was like, you're willing to 10X your life and your business and all this stuff, but then you don't have faith in me and commitment in the ministry that you're going to be going back into to 10X that. So I was like, okay, well, so I 10X that number and it seemed like an impossible number. It still seems like an impossible number. I said, all right, this is my 10X number. We're going to do it. We're going to work on it. The exotic pets. Exotic pets. So then a few days ago, while listening to Gary Vaynerchuk podcast or whatever I was doing deliveries for Amazon Flex, it dawned on me, here's a spiritual journey. If you guys want to go on a spiritual journey, or if you prefer, there's a church right there. It dawned on me, I'm never going to just fall into that. No amount of just blind hard work, just running from here to here and doing random acts of ministry and this and that is ever going to get it to that number. I'm going to have to reverse engineer this number. So I literally, what I'm doing is mapping out and planning and designing the ministry as if it was what we needed to be at to sustain this number. And then literally we're just going backwards and reverse engineering that. So I did kind of like the 50,000 foot overview on the plane and broke all the different events and outreaches and ministries and stuff we could be doing. Broke those up under 3 categories. This is pretty cliche. I just thought of, well, Great Commission is to make disciples. You got to reach people. You have to disciple them and actually teach them like the gospel and the Bible. And then they have to go out and make more disciples. So it's the whole, reach, teach, send. And there's a bunch of versions of it. And just about everyone has some form of the reach, teach, send as their motto or slogan. So I'm not doing it to be trendy or anything, just literally organizing it that way. And breaking down all the different activities and ministries under those 3 categories. And then now I'm gonna go in and flesh all that out. What does that look like? And once I get all that fleshed out, I'll go in and update my calendar for the rest of the year. August, just started August, so it's perfect going into the second half of the year. About ready to start the school year, map all that out, and then I'll know what programs I have to create, what events I have to do, what resources I need to get, what I need to fundraise for, what leaders I need to get into place, what kind of volunteer teams I'm gonna need. So yeah, I'm gonna go get dressed and work on that.